welcome to stream. Today we are playing more Honkai Back 3rd, which I was actually supposed to play yesterday, but I kind of ended up watching movies all day instead of streaming because I was tired. But yes, we are playing more Honkai Back 3rd today and continuing the main story. So let's just get right into it and make some progress. Okay, we were investigating Hare's past last time, so I guess we're just gonna get to the end of that. Fishman got distracted yesterday, wasn't it? I mean, it was 2 days ago that we had the Power Simulator stream, but that didn't end until like 11, so I was really tired the next day. I even got a stream set up yesterday, but then I just decided to delay it, and then I ended up canceling it. Well, not really canceling it, but like moving it to today, because I didn't have the energy to stream. I wasn't tired enough to like nap or anything, but I was too tired to stream, so I just watched movies on Discord. It's because I had so many long streams this week, I swear. No regrets though. Okay, investigate Hare's past.
Kanojo wa seikon keikaku no kagi toいうだけではなく、ある意味でその起源なんですか。つまり
This record, which Hare called Grey Serpent 7125, like all state of ideas here, was once a real life. At the time of death, all or part of their experiences were preserved as data by Hare. By now, the information implantation she was about to perform on the Herrscher of Reason was much the same, but simpler and more direct.
つまり彼女は誰よりも慣れている遊び方を選んだ。それにセイコン計画を利用してチートすることもできるんですね。
I mean, she is definitely very, very, very capable. But also very traumatized, just like everyone else in this game. She turned her head. It was now difficult to find any pawns that existed in her image. She naturally no longer needed Project Bunny's report.
選手でもあり、審判でもある。彼女が決めたルールの中では何をしても無駄です。
We're out of time and chances. She was found the key to victory, or surrender completely as the Herrscher of Reason. Bronya, of course, wouldn't do that. But she had no way to fight back. Prometheus could do little to help against Hare's cheating. So she'll have to change her thinking if she's after the ultimate victory.
おそらくプロメテウスは間違っていません。律者コアの構築形式を変えればブローニャはバンを覆すことができます。でもそれをするには今までにないようなきっかけが必要です。
Hare represents Project Sigma to an extent, and she has the other Herrscher reasons back. Containing only 300,000 people, but trying to encompass all humanity. Nothing had indicated a reason why Hare would be so fixated on the Herrscher of Reason. From a business perspective, only a seal was needed.
そうでした。
A bit suspicious, she made a guess that would have seemed strange at first glance. To help prove it, she raised up her arm and began building various weapons from thin air. Not perfect, but it'll have to do.
この空間ではセイコン計画の力と互角に戦えません。
Determined, she began putting her strategy to work.
さあ、バンを覆す本当のチャンスを作り出すために。
Under her control, the constructed weapons that had been spitting lethal lasers swept towards her. It was where her body housed the Herrscher core.
ブローニャは負けを認めます。
So surrendering is part of her strategy? Okay, let's see how this goes.
やっぱり失敗したの？私も彼女もブローニャも。
Okay, so we get to play as her. Nice, except for the fact that she's only walking but can't run. But let's try to understand her perspective.
完全に終わってしまったのね。
At this moment, amid her perception, Bronya's resistance completely disappeared. The Hersher of Reason's power was now completely in World Serpent's hands.
今まで彼女は私と対局してたと思っていたんでしょうね。
Okay, but isn't it still a matter of the Hersher Core accepting you? But to her, when Bronya became aware of the game made her move, it was checkmate. For her, she didn't fight against it tooth and nail. She looked back on her past without fear. And so, her present self-desire for the Hersher of Reason is solidified. All she ever needed to do was distract herself to reclaim what was lost. With Product Stigma, that was easy.
計画性が足りなかったかしら？もし最初からこの物語を彼女に見せてたら？でも。
Holding back a flood of thoughts, she turned to see the geography of the memory.
シベリア、ウラル山脈。よく考えたら、あれから私はここに戻っていなかったわね。
Just like Bronya, who had hacked into her own memory, her vision moved beyond her control, causing her to laugh bitterly.
私自身が記録した物語なのに、あの子みたいにもう一人の私の視点からしか見られないのかしら。
She thought of those she had once seen here, and the regret in her heart continued to grow.
あなたに家族の情報を教えられると思ったけど、でも私は。
She began speaking through her action. She completely cuts herself off from her past, making her consciousness a complete outsider. She knew the present her had no say in what would happen next. But as chance would have it... Oh, what's happening now? The her who existed in this past also remained silent.
また失敗したの。
Once again, simply because she was cast in the real space, this human settlement was reduced to a ghost town in an instant. In the same way she did before, she awakened the stigma within the dying... I can't speak. She awakened the stigma within the dying, trying to save their lives by hatching. And everything she did was just as futile. She'd become somewhat indifferent to this, not because she was used to it, but because it was nigh impossible for Sandy and Hope to coexist. Hope would be crushed. But the process repeated itself ceaselessly. No one could stay hopeful and sane at the same time.
でも私はこのまま理性を失ってはいけない。
So to stay sane, she just completely gave up hope. Understandable, I guess.
せめて全てを、あるいは私自身を終わらせる方法を見つけるまでは。誰かそこにいるの？
I'm gonna guess that there's just one singular survivor for once. I don't know.
や
Transcribe.
っぱりもう意識がない。
She easily pushed the power through the heavy metal. When the driver's stigma was awoken, due to his body's constitution, it didn't seem like genetic engineering at all.
どうせ結果は同じでしょう。
Though she wanted the person before her to live more than anything else, she convinced herself she didn't care. As she expected, in this dull tin can, a newly born zombie is trying to break free. Okay, let's interact the seed of idea. Legend of Nina. That's all? Okay. Learn more about the situation near the hut.
ブラッド、あなたたちなの？
まさか人の声。ここは。
For her was a clearly temporary dwelling. It looked like a public building, but was capable of keeping out the elements. She silently walked into the room the voice had come from, but it was too dim to see inside.
誰か来たの？
She realized for the person before her, death was already imminent. She wasn't aware there was a visitor. The name she kept repeating, perhaps it was this person who, when near death, believed they could deliver themselves from hell.
そうやって待ってたのに、結局訪れたのは私という災いの元凶だったのね。
Through the darkness, she gave her strength. Maybe she could have continued struggling a bit longer, but only followed by a quick death.
訪れないわずかな希望のためだけに、私は自分勝手に被害者の安らぎを邪魔し、彼らを怪物にして死なせた。
She recalled a legend told since ancient times.
もし地獄が存在するとしたら、死後の私は永遠にそこにとどまるのでしょうね。
When she thought about an afterlife, there was a glimmer in her eyes. In the darkness, she sensed a hatchet on the table. In harsh Siberia, a tool like this can have many uses. Using it to stroke her throat without leaving a single cut, she wondered what angle to slice from this time.
もうとっくに試したけど、この方法では私を殺せない。
But as she awakened stigma in others again and again, though it destroyed her, she would continue to try so long as there was hope. And it was this obsession that caused her to overlook other peculiarities. For example, why was it that until now she'd never heard the screams of those that became zombies?
待って。
それはこっちのセリフだけど。
The lights violently turned on.
それを下ろしましょう。
Oh.
ね。何があったか知らないし、あなたを説得する資格もないかもしれないけど、生きていなければチャンスは手に入らない。
Since that time, 3 days had flown by.
確かにそういった仕事をしたことはない。でも信じて。私はあなたが知っている誰よりも医学に詳しいの。やっぱり出ない方がいいと思うわ。
本当に？あなたに出会ってから前よりもだいぶ体調が良くなったと思うの。
I wonder who this could possibly be. I wonder who she could possibly be related to. I mean, yeah, we know her name now, but... Honestly, we'd have to be crazy to not know who she is.
先月に積もった雪がドアを塞いだから、
Considering that she looks
みんな
exactly
で雪
like
か
a
きをした
certain
のよ。
someone.
その時に少しだけ働いたら、なぜか息ができなくな
Or
って、
yes, a certain someone looks
気を
exactly
失
like she
い、
does.
2日後に目覚めたの。
instead of the other way around. She became silent, fixated on what she had said. My health is much better. She knew Alexander's feelings weren't wrong.
でも稀に見るような崩壊エネルギーへの耐性を持ってはいるけれど、彼女の体はまだとても弱ってる。私のせいで生まれた怪物に遭遇したらとても危険でしょう。
So, do these curls literally just run in the family? Like, I have to wonder. Does this hairstyle just run in the family? Though hard to believe, Alexander did possess this quality that should only be possible in theory. There was no doubt that 3 days prior, she'd given birth to the stigma awakened. She stayed a while to see what made her exceptional, and her physical condition required looking after. From her stomach, it was clear she was not just pregnant, but only a trimester away from giving birth.
それで
Yeah, it's a Bronya.
他の人はもう戻ってこないの？
ええ、彼らは怪物に出会ってしまって。
I wasn't lying, she thought to herself. Luckily, she had seen the second eruption and didn't need much explaining. Worse, judging from her action and words, just as she didn't know much about Honkai, she knew little about anything outside her daily routine. She was clearly well protected since childhood. In the snowy field ravaged by Honkai, she was ultimately too naive. Fortunately, or perhaps unfortunately, she accepts reality readily.
そういえばおかしいわね。最近私を救ってくれた人は2人いるけど、1人は名字しか、もう1人は名前しか教えてくれなかった。もしかしてあなたも彼女のことを知ってるの？カカリアっていう軍の人なんだけど。
And of course, Kakoli was mentioned. I had totally forgotten about her for a while.
いいえ、聞いたことがない名前だわ。私だって名字しか教えたくないってわけじゃないの。ただ私は本名がないから。
それはダメでしょ。シャニアテってみんなそう呼んでるの？
そういうわけじゃないけど、私はその呼び名にふさわしくないし、そう呼んでくれる人もいない。でも確かに的確だと思うわ。
あなたって難しいことを言うのね。
She decided this was something to improve on.
とにかく今日は何がしたいの？出ていくことは反対するけど、私が変われるなら言ってあげるわ。
あ、ちょっと待って。
Struggling to get up from bed, she groped around for something in the cupboards.
これ
In her hand were withered plants. It required stigmata knowledge to see they were cornflowers.
近くの標本室で見つけた押し花だけど、何もないよりはマシでしょ。もしよかったらこの近くにあるお墓を探してくれない？私の代わりにこのお花を彼のお墓に供えてきてちょうだい。数ヶ月前の災いで命を落とした私の旦那なの。そこには彼の帽子と拳銃しか埋まってないけど、毎週話しかけに行ってるの。お花も添えてね。誰も訪れないお墓は寂しいって、中に眠る人が本当に消えてしまうからって。外国にいた時に彼がそう言ってたの。彼にはそうなってほしくないから。
Noticing her uncomprehending gaze, she continued.
平然と話してるから
Yeah, I
驚い
was
た
kind
の
of questioning why she was so calm.
言ったはずでしょ。今の体は悲しむことを許してくれないの。息が荒くなったら落ち着かせる薬すら見つけにくいから。見つけたら、いいえ、その時のことはまた後で話しましょう。あなたは分かってくれるわよね。
ええ。
Yep, we totally understand everything she is saying. Why are the graves all so far apart? What the heck? Check the tombstone. Will do. Gabriel Bogdanov. We don't know his original name. That's his Russian name. Clearly, we know which one is going to be the grave, the one that's furthest back, but we're checking all of them anyway. This tombstone has no name. Only 3 bullet holes. Tragic.
アレクセイ・シーダヴィッチ・ザイツェフ。ここよね。彼は罪人であるが、家族と友人を飢餓と寒さから守ることに尽力した。
Whispering the epitaph, she pressed the flowers to the headstone. She didn't know why humans did it, but she thought she ought to. It was all vanity compared to its inscription, preserving thoughts and experiences as much as possible. A stone slab with a summary. Vanity.
まるで名前のようね。人間にとってとても重要なのに、過剰な情報
I
を
mean,
入
not
れるこ
everything
とは
has
許
to
され
store
ない。
meaningful information.
戻りましょう。彼女に説明しなければならないことがある。
Alright, return to the hut and talk to Alexandra.
ただいま、花を置いてきたわ。
お疲れ様。来てちょうだい。用意したものを見せたいの。
用意したもの？
The answer was clear. Her leg caused the quilt to bend. Several types of plants were piled up messily nearby.
人助けだと思って好きなものを一つ選んで。
これは何かの儀式なのかしら？
選んだら教えてあげるわ。
No, I'm very sure I know what's going on here, but we'll see. This isn't the first time this had happened. The hypocritical character came out in Alexandra. Reaching for them, she chose the most inconspicuous of these plants. Dried out, messy, fruitless, just as she had said about her own life.
へえ、この子なのね。なるほど。そうね。あ、ミステルにしましょう。この名前。
Yeah, I figured that was how she was gonna get her name.
名前？何のこと？
さっきあなたが選んだのは宿り木よ。別の国の言葉で発音を考えてみたら、やっぱりミステルが一番美しいと思うわ。ある神話では命を象徴してる。また別の神話では死とも関わっているの。あなたに似合ってるわね。
いいえ。つまり私に選ばせたのは ただ名前を付けたかっただけなの？
もちろんよ。教えたくないならまだいいけど、やっぱりないとダメでしょ。あなたのことを思い出すときに、ミステリアスで難しいことを言うシャニアテより、心でミステルと呼びたいじゃない？
ああ、やっぱりそういう印象なのね。でも名前は私にとって確かに意味がないかもしれないわ。
あまり考えすぎないで。とにかくそれはあなたにプレゼントしたから、使うかどうかはあなたが決めて。あ、そうだ、実はもう一つ。
Oh, someone's knocking? A sudden ominous knock at the door kept her from saying more. Both turned to the blizzard outside. The Earls were kept inhospitable by Honkai and Frost, so no life could pass. It's a gray serpent, isn't it? She easily guessed who was at the door.
アレクサンドラ、
Yep,
ここにいて。
gray serpent.
声を出さないようにね。あなたにとってあの人はとても危険だわ。
The memories that followed looked somewhat fragmented now. They were the glimpses that Bronya caught in the match, which caused such fragmentation.
その通りさ。私はかつて地獄の惨状を誰かに聞かされたことがある。ヨルムンガンドに来るといい。そうすれば君の望みは叶う。適合者はごく少数しかいない。一度消えてしまえば二人目を見つけることはとても難しい。
An unexpected shot rang out. Thinking about the man that shot her, Alexandra seemed stunned. Right as the callous feel was about to dissipate, his finger pulled the trigger on its own inertia, firing a bullet at her as she hid. Fortunately, after standing next to a living curse for so long, the other was close to his limits in every sense of the word. The shot only left a hole in the rooftop chimney. If only it was that simple. For the moment, Miss Sun calmly walked to the bonfire and allowed the flames to consume her. Everything that had just happened spun out of her imagination. Nevertheless, at this moment, what she needed was not consolation, but to say certain prepared words.
ミステル。
ええ、ここにいるわ。もうあなたを傷つけさせたりはしない。約束する。
ありがとう。でも覚えてるかしら。誰かがノックする前にあなたに伝えたい
She
こと
just
があった
immediately
の。
getting back to business.
覚えてるわ。
実はね、2日後ここにある人たちが来るの。1週間前に決めたことよ。あの時はまだなんとかここの公衆電話を使うことができたから。マクシムと電話して、彼はアレクセイの友達なのよ。彼にスケジュールを組んでもらって、より住みやすいところに移ろうとしているの。言ったでしょ？もうすぐお母さんになるって。
I mean, that much has been very, very obvious the entire time.
赤ちゃんが生まれるのは大事なことよ。初めて見る世界がこんな寂しい風景じゃダメだって思うから。別れを告げないままでいるのは嫌だから、あなたに名前をつけたの。これからはこの不思議な出会いを思い出すたびにあなただけの名前を呼びたいのよ。
そう。なるほどね。
This mother-to-be had a life of her own. If Miss Dalton stayed here, anyone who attempted to help Alexandra would be cursed to death. And if that happened, she'd be unable to maintain any normal relationship with Alexandra.
マクシムは信頼できる人なんでしょ？
ええ、彼は夫の親友なの。それに実を言うと彼はアレクセイより真面目かもしれないわ。
Alexandra, should you really be talking about your husband like this, even though he's, already dead?
でも偶然彼と部下がこっちに来る前に私はあなたと出会うことができた。
私は
大丈夫よ。あなたが他の人に何をしたって私は知ってるわ。ここ数日あなたは真心を込めて私に優しくしてくれた。まるでアレクセイのように。でも
To what degree have you guessed? She did not ask, but the other was already aware.
ここにいた他の人たちはもう私が助かったのもあなたのおかげよ。そうでしょ？
Yep, since for some reason you're unaffected by her power.
だからミステル、あなたが何者なのか教えてくれない？あなたの口から聞きたいの。
She found it amusing that the other called her name yet knew nothing about her. Did other humans interact with them the same way? She did not know.
結論から言うと、私のことを死の化身と思ってもらっても構わないわ。
In conclusion, when you haven't explained anything at all? Okay. She began explaining her history in the simplest terms she could manage. And once again, she loathed the accuracy of her memory. She loathed the conclusion that the recollections would lead to.
そして最後は、いえ、私は
大丈夫。
Why is she still so calm even after hearing about everything? I know that she said she can't afford to be sad, but she's like not reacting at all. She's just accepting it. An unbearable silence. Now one had little idea and the other was in great pain. The minutes dragged by and she finally spoke.
ごめんなさい、アレクサンドラ。あなたの言うその子はもう生まれてこないの。私はその子を宿すあなたに力を与えすぎた。
あなたが言ってた成婚のことかしら。あなたがその成功を使って私に2つ目の命をくれたのよね。
あなたに与えたものは私自身の延長に過ぎないから。
It's fine. The child will be born safely. Surprisingly.
つまりあなたを救った不思議な力は当然いつどんな時でもあなたの血の中にある。他の人を攻撃するようにあなたのお腹の子を攻撃してるのよ。私はごめんなさい。今さら教えるなんてわざとじゃないの。あなたのような存在は見たことがないのよ。細かいこともこの数日で少しずつ確認できた。私は何も知らない。
As knowledgeable as she was, the Sigma Crystal could not defend herself. This death-like existence was waiting for a scolding like a schoolgirl. as she saw it, once the other figured out the whole story, she would not let her go easily. But how could she assume this responsibility when she could not take her own life? And she's smiling, so she's not upset at all. I mean, yeah, she is upset, but she's not like mad at her, 'cause I'm sure after hearing everything, she would know that it couldn't really be controlled.
あなたは私の命の恩人よ。その事実は変わらない。だから一緒に問題を解決する方法を考えましょう。それが一番大事なこと。そうでしょ？
方法？
ええ、大丈夫よ。この子が生きるために必要な代償が、たとえ私であっても受け入れるわ。
I mean, I figured that would be the case, like she's literally willing to die to save her child, but it'd be nice if they could figure something out so she can live at least a little bit longer.
それは
Even though it's extremely unlikely.
ダメよ。そこまでする必要はないわ。
I mean, clearly her child does end up, you know, being born safely and growing up safely, kind of. If we exclude the external factors, but like obviously we know that they figure something out. For being like her, it was obviously more important to permanently preserve the past, not the uncertain future. I must retain this, even if there's no future in it. Whose life mattered more, an embryo whose mind was stranded in chaos, or a tangible being that had lots of laughter and stories in the world? Even humans themselves, whose perspectives naturally differed from this outlier, were often torn apart by this question. But...
必要？
oh?
いいえ。それは必要かどうかで測っていいことではないでしょう。
Her mind was far purer than the so-called form. After trying to calm down, tears uncontrollably flowed down her face, and emotional stinging words came pouring out.
自分の運命から逃げるためにこの子の未来を奪わなければならないの？あなたは運命の不公平さのせいで言われのない呪いを背負ってるかわいそうな人だと思ってた。でもあなたは心から後悔してたわけじゃない。あなたは最後まで神様でいるのね。あなたには命の行き先を決める資格なんてないでしょ。
Honestly though, Alexandra is saying exactly what needs to be said, even if it's only being said because she's emotional. Like, Miss Sun actually needs to hear this.
あなたは、いいえ、私は。ごめんなさい。
She softened her tone. This woman, for all of her flaws, would never hurt others unless it was necessary.
この子の命の代わりに私の命を捧げる。あなたの反応から察するに、今となってはこれが唯一の方法なんでしょ？知ってるわ。あなたがいなければ私もこの子も死んでた。ここ最近みんなは多くの変化を経験してきたわ。出来事の一つ一つが恐ろしくて思い返したくもない。
Sorry about that, I'm back. If you guys happen to hear any slamming in the background, it is because of 10 playing with a toy at the door. I actually went to go see what I was hearing because I was hearing slamming at my door, but I didn't see a cat in front of it because she was on the other side. But yeah, now she's in my room still playing right at the door, so hopefully she doesn't like bump into the door too much because that was very loud.
全てが運命だということは分かってる。拒むことはできないし、変えることもできない。深く考えないようにと自分に言い聞かせてる。だけど今もし現状を変えるチャンスがあったら、私はそれをつかみたいの。大切にしてるものをこの世に存在させ続けるために。
Miss Dawn did not refute. How Alexandra treated her child and how she treated Alexandra was exactly the same from perspective.
成婚。それを覚醒させることができるなら、同じくそれを再び眠らせることもできるんでしょ。
Doesn't she not know how though? Like she doesn't know how to control her own power. That's why everything keeps dying.
何を言ってるのか分かってるの？
もちろん。それのおかげで私の体はだんだんと回復していった。私がそういった幸運に恵まれることはもうないんでしょ。また薬も見つからないような状況に戻る。
After pushing countless lives to death with her own hands, she refused to let the only hope before her go. For her, for Miss Dawn, it was driftwood. I can't speak. It was driftwood for the drowning. She could not allow the other to take the path to death, even though she had bestowed death upon countless people.
アレクサンドラ・パブロブナ在地区。私たちはそれぞれ違う角度で世界を見てる。だからあなたのために人間の概念で状況を整理するわ。今ある全ての問題は私のせいで起きた。その事実から逃げるつもりはない。でも今のこの状況ではあなたの決断は少し無責任なの。
無責任？
命を与える母にとってこれはただの小さな始まりなのかもしれない。でもあなたはこれから起きることを考えていないわ。父親はすでにこの世を去ってる。あなたも自分の命を粗末にしようとしてる。万が一親がいない環境で生まれたらその子はどうなるの？
I mean, technically she's not gonna be alone. Since they are gonna be going to Maxim or whatever his name was. Sorry, I don't remember. I shouldn't be that dismissive about it, but I don't remember what exactly his name was. I'm pretty sure it was Maxim or something along the lines of that. But she won't be totally alone, because she'll still have that guy.
あなたは外の世界に関心を向けたことがないかもしれないけど、はびこる崩壊、わからない人の心、その子がどうなるか想像したことはある？残酷な想像をしたくはないけれど、あなたがいる世界は美しくないの。その子はマフィアにさらわれて感情のない殺し屋になり、いくつかのミッションをこなした後、銃弾の雨の中で死ぬかもしれない。あるいは崩壊に触れ死ぬ運命を免れたとしても、 体に永遠の疾患と苦痛が残り、絶望の中で一生を終えるのかもしれない。あなたが与えた人生が苦痛でしかないのなら、その子はどう思うでしょうね。
I mean, either way, she's being given life, so I guess that's good enough, even if she has to go through all that stuff.
あなたの言葉は正しい
Yep,
わ。
nobody wants to live to suffer,
苦痛のためだけに生きていく人間
but
な
at
んて
least
い
they
な
get to
い。
live.
でももしかしたら私がダメになった時、この子を肉親のように扱ってくれる人が現れるかもしれない。あるいは大人になって真心を持って接してくれる友人に出会うかもしれない。自分を正しい道へと導いてくれる愛すべきものを見つけられるかもしれない。運が良ければこの子は自分の趣味を見つけて、それを生涯の仕事にするかもしれない。ミステル、今のもしもの話は意味がないって分かってるわ。この子のこれからの人生は誰にも予測できない。でも少なくともそれがこの子の人生だっていうことだけは分かってる。儚くて不確定な未来でもそれなりの意味があるはずよ。そう、確かにあなたの言った通り、私はこれ以上何もしてあげられない。それは私が悪いの。でも未来を持つチャンスまで奪うことはできないでしょ。
You know, Alexandra is really good at saying exactly what needs to be said. I don't know how she can like come up with all the stuff to say on the spot, because I would struggle for sure. Hi, Vez.
もういいわ。
Anyway,
始めましょう。
sorry,
ミステ
Vez
ル
just like popped his head up at my chair to say
とに
hi.
かく全てを元に戻せるか聞いたとき
So
に
you're gonna unplug my computer,
あ
please?
なたは否定しなかった。これ以上引き延ばしたら私も後悔してしまうかもしれないわ。
後悔？
もちろん私のことを何の後悔もなく人生を全うする人間だとでも思ってるの？私にだってまだまだやりたいことがたくさんあるし、欲しいものもたくさんあるわ。一年中お花が咲くには地球を半周してマチュピチュを旅すること、ダイヤのネックレス、毎日変えられるスカート、いろいろあるわね。世界に絶望した人間なんかじゃない。私はその美しさを知ってるし、生き続けたいとも思ってる。でもミステル、早くしてちょうだい。一つの後悔でもう一つの後悔を作ってしまったら、私たちはいずれ後悔に殺されてしまうわ。私はただあなたと同じように死よりも死んだ方がマシな生き方が嫌いなの。
The conclusion made sense, but she still felt confused.
初めて会った時、あなたが私に何て言ったか覚えてる？生きていなければチャンスは手に入らない。あなた自身も実現しようとしていない理屈で他人を説得できると思うの？
それは私があなたと この子に送った理屈だもの。て
The conclusion still made sense. But she felt even more confused.
ミステル、
The other called her softly, pulling her back to reality.
アレクセイのことをもう少し聞いてもらってもいい？まだ結婚してない頃、彼は私を国のために死んだ兵士の墓参りに連れて行ったの。つまらない男でしょ。どうして彼のことを好きになったのかわからないわ。
How can you call him boring for visiting the graves of people that died for the country? Like, it's something that he wanted to do. I don't know if that really counts as being boring.
でも、私の言いたいことはそれだけじゃないの。軍人のお墓、想像できるでしょ？数千、数万人が同じところで、一人一人小さな記号になって、碑文が刻まれた巨大な石碑を共有するの。この地で眠るのは、我々が生きる道を選ばなかったからだ。我々が育った土地への侵入を許したくなかったからだ。命は簡単に失っていいものではない。しかし若者は怖いもの知らずだ。我々は
I accidentally clicked through that, but oh well. Miss Sun understood what the words meant. The life and death of a person are ultimately decided by their impulse. Life could not find its meaning as what the lives stripped of everything by her. I read that in a really strange way, but oh well. Yeah, that was exactly why she believed all the more that disregarding life and death was nothing more than a foolish waste.
アレクサンドラ、これから話すことであなたは何かを思い出してより私を責めるかもしれないけどあなたが生き残ったこと自体奇跡だって知ってるはずよ。あなたの命はその重さは普通じゃないの。
普通？そう言わないで。命は誰にとっても唯一無二の大事なものよ。ただ大事なものでもその使い道がある。でないと価値がなくなってしまうもの。
例えば今のように。
Yep, just like now.
人の命はもともと止まることなく流れ続けるものよ。より大事なもののためでも何もせずに時間を無駄にするだけでも私たちは命を消耗してる。そうよね。
The Sima Crystal had nothing else to say, for persuading the other was impossible. I mean, yeah, she already made up her mind. Forced to push others to death, actively pushing others to death, surrendering to death by transcribing the dead, watching others die willingly. Step by step, she came to where she is today. If she was a selfish human being, if she was not a conceptual existence.
残念ながらそれももしもの話に過ぎないのよね。もし本当にそうだとしたら私は最初から困ったりしていないわ。
Even if she was cursed and demonized, Shariak could not refuse a quest for goodness. A request for goodness. She reached out. The stigma she personally awakened, the only hope she saw in hell, gradually lost its shine and became a silent genetic redundancy. How she wished her hand would be shaking like a commoner's now. Killing those that were unrelated to her, killing those who would have died because of her. And now, she must send the one who is born because of her off on a journey with death a near certainty. She longed to express her discontent in a form other than concept.
終わったわ。
何も変わらないみたい。
聖魂があなたの体に与えた影響はそんなにすぐに消えたりしないから。ごめんなさい。マクシムがあなたを迎えに来る前に私はこの場を離れないと。あなたは別として、彼が何人連れてきたとしても私のせいで死ぬだけなの。そして外にいる怪物に関してはできるだけ駆逐しておくわ。残りの。
ありがとう。
私はこの手で無限に近いあなたの余生を奪ったのよ。
You can tell the Misana is like genuinely upset right now. Like she can't believe what just happened.
でもあなたは未来を残してくれた。ミステル、もうそんな顔しないで。できれば、あなたが今日のことを思い出したとき、自分を誇って。あなたは命の反対側に立ったけど、それはあなたの本心じゃない。少なくとも、あなたは本物の人間のように、命を尊重することができた。
それでも理解できない。けれど反対はしないわ。
そうだ、別れる前にもう少しお話ししましょう。
もちろん。
ベネツィアはもう昔とは違う。美しいギリシャの島々も沈没していく。保存ではなく有志だからこそ愛する価値がある。カカリアと一緒にアレクセイの銃を埋めた後、自分の母姫を探してた時にこの詩を見つけたの。でもよく考えたら、私のことを覚えてくれる人はそんなに多くないでしょうし、少しうぬぼれてたのかもしれない。だから、今は新しい考えを思いついたの。聞いてくれる？
Yeah, sure, let's hear the idea.
ええ。どう？
However, just as humans could not reverse death, darkness suddenly erased everything without warning.
アレクサンドラ。
アレクサンドラ！
For the longest time, this stagnant darkness was what she craved the most. Whether it was for an hour or a month, it meant she could escape reality and stop hurting innocent lives against her will. Yet its coming at this moment was what she wanted the least. Three months later, the imaginary disturbances once again released her into reality. It was as if fate was mocking her. The familiar tundras of Siberia had been decorated into a colorful paradise by life. Also, one moment, someone's knocking. Sorry, I'm back. Yukuno brought food. Ikuzo. Because I have not had lunch yet. Open stream, get tortured, satisfied. That's crazy. I bet you're extremely happy to be getting ads again. So anyway, how are you? I am good. As you may have noticed, I am not supposed to be streaming today. I was supposed to stream yesterday, but I was tired, so I just watched movies all day, so I'm making up for it today. I'm still tired today, because I've been streaming a lot this week, but I am less tired. So yes, I am doing good. What about you? Don't worry, take your time. It just cause I had 2 double streams this week. And of course the Power Simulator stream didn't end until 11 p.m. So that day I was talking for like 9 hours. So my social battery was drained. Plus the weather was making me more tired, so I just had a good time watching movies. For me, nothing special. I mean, at least nothing crazy is going on. It was the end of summer. The forest she passed by fell into dead silence. Although she was aware of her characteristics, the first thing she did was set out to find Alexandra. Got ads, BRB. Alright, have fun with your ads. It was also at this time that the mysterious disaster plaguing Siberia became known. For the first time, she tried to leave her footprints in every corner of the Ural region. A lucky few had survived meeting her, but they were mostly traumatized both physically and mentally to the point that they could not live normally. They lived the rest of their lives in derangements and kept uttering the name Baba Yaga. But even after paying such a price, their efforts did not pay off. Not long after, on the Arctic coast. On the outskirts of Tixi was the sacrificial grounds of a World Serpent branch. The dark corridor meandered on. Since it was built, no one had ever come uninvited. Until today.
Oh.
Yep, she finally showed up.
君が自ら私に会いに来るとは。
I mean, yeah. You've been trying to recruit her for an extremely long time. Back, so yeah, what again? We're just having a good time here. Oh. How did that bot get through? God, those bots like keep getting through the auto mod lately, even if I keep like adding more phrases to ban.
君がウラル山脈を出るとは実に予想外だ。君は5月に聖魂空間に帰ったが、今回はいささか長かったようだね。君。
道理であの時、あなたは何の迷いもなく銃を手にしたのね。この近くで何人もの覚醒者を見かけたわ。みんなまだ子供だったけど。
BRB, you gotta read the Discord rule. Oh yeah, I need to add the server access role manually because for some reason it's been extremely broken lately. If it fixes itself, then awesome, but if not, I'll add it manually. Of course, the Himiko profile, that's amazing.
One
moment, Cat runs in.
物々交換だよ。
Or not. I opened my door and Cat immediately ran away.
知ってる。それこそがあなたの元を訪ねた理由よ。
の？何か用事でも？
あなたの提案に乗り組織に加わりましょう。
It'd be extremely funny if he said that the offer wasn't valid anymore because she'd rejected it too many times.
しかし物々交換が必要なんだろ？
ええ、まず一つ訂正させてもらうわ。私にはあなたをかわす手段がない。だから逆に考えると、この世界であなたが見つけられない相手はいないかもしれない。
それほど簡単ではないがな。君の探したい相手はなんとなく見当がつく。それが君の条件なのか？
ええ、彼女に会うつもりはない。ただ私の代わりに彼女の状況を確認してほしい。
それほど簡単なことのために君はわざわざ身分を落としてまで取引をするのか？君が割り切りたいというなら、実を言うと君より10倍もひどい態度をとってはくるが、もう一つの集団がある。君は唯一の選択肢ではない。
The fact that she's not their only option means that they can just retract their offer to have her join them at any time. Especially after she came all this way to see them. It'd be really funny. Oh, of course, we do know that she does join them, since we're just looking at the memories right now. But it still would have been really funny.
だからこの取引は少し不公平だ。
それなら失礼させてもらうわ。
待ってくれ。君は相変わらず話を最後まで聞かないんだな。
Well, I mean, maybe you should just get to the point instead of going about things in a roundabout way.
取引としては不公平に感じるが、昔馴染みとしてなら喜んで協力しよう。
協力？
ああ、ヨルムンガンドに加わって我々の同僚になってもらうより、君に一つの貸しを作りたいんだ。心配は不要だ。ひどい要求を口にすることはめったにない。それに君が必要になる日も必ず来るとは限らない。そうだな。何らかの存在を孵化させるための頼みだと思ってくれ。君の得意分野のはずだ。
ええ、分かったわ。
そう来なくては。
Should she not think about it at least a little bit
君には
more?
取引の才
That was
能が
kind
あるよう
of...
だ。
You know, she accepts that a little bit too quickly.
ハイヘビ。
Especially since she doesn't know what he's gonna ask of her. Are you done reading? Nice.
私は異なるあなたを
Welcome back.
何度も転写したけど、その番号というのは彼らの名前なの？
そうさ。私も例外ではない。1904。かなり古い方の型番だ。ただ少し意外だ。君もそんなことに興味を持つのか？
別に。違う方法で私の見た全てを覚えようとしてるだけよ。ちょっとしたテストでしかないわ。ではさよなら、1904。
A year flew by. autumn winds came. The most merciless and merciful quality of a law is that it repeats itself without change. As for the human she was looking for, did she finally... Yep, she found the grave. As for the human she was looking for, all she saw was a cold tombstone. Aside from a full name, there was not even an epitaph on it. The only thing that soothed her was a white bouquet on the grave. It was clearly not from Grey Serpent. She wanted to write something for her on the stele. But no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't articulate her emotions. She finally realized they'd only known each other for a little over 3 days.
どうだ。もう3時間も過ぎているが、何か言うつもりはないのかい？
What, is he getting impatient having to wait there with her?
ここの風は強い。私の傘は君が思うように丈夫ではない。私のオーラを目立たせるための飾りでしかないんだ。
Is this the person you found for me? She did not elaborate, but anyone could tell whom she was unhappy with.
できるだけのことはした。
I just realized the welcome thing. I said last person was 40 and now I'm 40th soul. Maybe someone left and it just didn't say the goodbye message. Or it could just be completely broken. Because if you can see a little bit up, it literally goes from 37 to 40. So the bot is a bit broken, which I've known like for a few days. I just didn't realize it was that broken. I'll have to figure out if I can fix that. Because it used to update properly and now it even has issues giving out roles.
君があの取引を言い出した時にはすでに彼女は死んでいた。だからこんなにも時間がかかったんだ。一人の人間を探すのは簡単だ。生きていることがそのほころびになるからな。しかし墓石は違う。見ての通り全てはもう終わったんだ。
This is not included.
ああ、わかった。
Yep, she still has a
あの子供の
child.
ことだ。そうだろう。子供はここに埋まっていない。
Yeah, because the child is dead.
安心してくれ。仕事は最後まできちんとこなすタイプだ。話によると、子供が生まれた日の午後、この母親はずっと泣いていたらしい。多くの人たちのために悲しんでいるようだと。
彼女は約束を重んじる人だから。
やっと話す気になってくれたんだな。それで子供の姿を見たいか？それとも人の波に消えてほしいのか？
I mean, clearly she didn't ever end up meeting the child in person. Because if she did, surely it would have been remembered by said child.
彼女の子供はまだ生きているの？
Unless she like only
確
sees her from a
信してはい
distance.
ないようだな。意外なのか？
それはその子の体勢はどうなの？母親とそっくりなのかしら？
いや、特別なところは何もない。傘の下で君と3時間一緒にいるどころか、君の顔を覚えた瞬間にはもうあの世行きだろうな。
I guess if her resistance was better, then Misson totally would have gone to see her.
残念に思っている。そうだろう？君とつながりがあることはその子にとっては贈り物ではなく、むしろ呪いだ。
今日のあなたはジョークが好きなのね。
私たちは友人だと思っていたんだが、それとも君は番号が新しいハイヘビの方が気に入っているのかい？
I mean, I don't think she really cares about what number you are. Grey Serpent is Grey Serpent.
君はシベリアの環境はあまりにも厳しく、薬で命を維持している母親が無事に子供を産めるはずがないと考えていた。そうだろう？残念ながら生き残った子供はかなり普通で、特殊性などほぼなく普通だ。彼女は普通の実験レベルの崩壊エネルギーに接触しただけで一生残る障害を負うかもしれない。もちろんまあいい。そんな状
You
況
can't
は
just
話
end
す価値
there.
もないだろう。
Unless what? You can't just say unless and then stop.
どうしてそう決めつけられるの？
普通の人間が律者になれると思うのか？
Okay, so the unless was probably just unless she becomes a Hersher. She fell into a long silence again. When she parted her lips, her tone changed subtly.
ハイヘビ、今まで私がどれほどの人生を転写したか分かってる？私が与えて、そして取り戻した成婚の数はどれほどあると思う？
成婚計画と比べたら大したことのない数字だろうね。
あなたは勘違いしてるわ。別に自分の偉業を口にしたいわけじゃない。終わった物語に対して私にはそれを保管する義務があるの。たとえ未来がないとしてもね。でもこれほど多くの人生を記録した後に私が気づいたことは一つだけ。理念はいつも音一つなく現実を形作るけど、逆の場合はめったにない。
You know, I wonder how she feels seeing Bronya all of a sudden. Since, she wasn't able to see her when she was a child, for obvious reasons. But now she's like actually able to talk to her directly without risking killing her.
成婚は簡単に人類を変えられるけど、人類が成婚を変えるような例は今まで見たことがなかったわ。
その人間ができていたと君は思っているのか？
確認はできない。今の状況では彼女を転写保存することすらできないの。でもその子が普通の人間と大して変わらないなら。ハイヘビ、私は間違ってるのかもしれない。そしてたくさん間違えてきたわ。
それはどうだろうな。
I mean, at least she admits it when she might be wrong. A lot of other people wouldn't do that. The man shrugged, unclear if it was out of duplicity or nonchalance.
別にあなたを説得しようとはしてないわ。ハイヘビ、成婚計画が本当の意味で成就した後、私はどうなるの？
Is she wondering if that's when she'll finally be able to die? Since she'd failed for so long?
まず バージョン16の成婚計画が実行されるとは限らない。私のとある同僚はまだバージョン1の実現の可能性を探っているからな。もちろん君が加わればもう一つの方向が同時進行するであろうことを彼女は知らない。つまりは君の目の前で彼女に死んでほしくないんだ。
それはあなたたちの自由よ。
よく言ってくれた。ああ、ちなみに組織に加わった後の君のコードネームもその同僚が考えてくれたものだ。
Okay, so that's why she's called Hair. I guess that makes sense. Because clearly the colleague that's been being talked about right now. Either way, the colleague that's being mentioned is obviously Jackal.
ウサギ。これも一つの偶然かもしれないな。彼女は君の経験を知らないが、たまたま。
I accidentally bumped my mouse and I guess I interrupted him. My bad. The woman frowned, making it clear that she did not appreciate the name.
別にあなたたちのルールに文句をつけるつもりはないけど、私はミステルという名前しか使わないわ。それに最初の質問にあなたはまだ答えていない。
答えは彼女の祝福と同じだ。君の誕生は予想外のものだったが、ここに存在しているのは現実に侵入した虚数の観念で、本当の成婚の命ではない。
Grey Serpent, didn't you know it's rude to tell someone that their birth was an accident even if it might be true? But saying it directly to them's kind of mean.
成婚計画が正式に始動した時、実験の一部として君は自身を転写する機械を手に入れる。完全に消えてから羽化して生き返るのだ。計画で他の対象を操作する時とは異なり、自身を転写することで得られる結果は、彼女は君と同じ体と似たような能力を持つが、同じ意志を持つわけではない。まとわりついた呪いも存在しなくなる。彼女は君の過去を知っているが、彼女にとって全ては風の中の歌のようなもので、それに動かされることはないだろう。
Now, does he actually mean that that's what's gonna happen, or is it just like empty words? Okay, we got a hydrate reminder. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. Thank you very much.
生き返るね。
Alright, hydrated. Thank you. I guess no torture redeemed since the torture came by itself now. Yup, you finally get to deal with ads. She remembered the dried specimen she saw when choosing a name.
どうやらウサギという名は彼女に残した方が良さそうね。もちろん彼女がミステルを気に入ってくれたならそれもいいことだとは思うけど。
Okay, I guess she's hoping that her future self still likes being called Miss Dawn.
今の私は本当の意味で死ねる機会が自分にあるって分かっただけで。
I swear, all the mentions of having a chance to really die just makes me think of Blade. They're so similar in that sense. They want to die, but they're literally not able to.
それでその前は
ヨルムンガンドには人を閉じ込める場所が多くある。君が呼び寄せた崩壊獣を倒す能力もある。それに
Blade be there doing daily basis of death? Real?
ほら、私はあの1904のままだ。君としばらく接触した結果、普及は難しいが、ヨルムンガンドは君の影響を回避できるようになりつつある。
でも以前起きたことは私にとってはまだ過去になっていないわ。
Oh yeah, did you see the 2.6 stream? I saw bits and pieces of it. Not like everything though, cause I was mostly just like skipping through to see if there was like anything important, but I very, very likely missed a lot. Since obviously that's what comes from skipping through. I did the same for... Yeah, I kind of just skimmed through everything. And my voice was like dying there. Sorry about that. My voice was still perishing. Cause I do still have a cough and I was like trying not to cough while talking.
それはもちろん理解できる。君がシャニアテを
Yeah, I
名
did
乗って
see
い
bits
る
and
以
pieces
上、
of the 2.6 stream.
過ちを正す方法を見つけたからといって自分の過去の罪をなかったことにするわけがない。
I was actually surprised when I saw like the banners, cause they were exactly what I saw listed like a month ago. I was expecting it to be like only half right.
まあ、その話はいい。一旦組織の話に戻そう。極めて少ないとは思うが、君に外での仕事を頼むこともあるだろう。もちろん、君がそれを志願するということが前提になるが。
例えば、君がこれからこなさなければならない初めての仕事だ。
Oh yeah, have you seen all the people like guessing that we're gonna be getting a free Sunday? I don't know where they're getting that information, but clearly that's not going to happen since they're gonna be making a ton of money from Sunday alone. Just because he was so anticipated. Free what? Yeah, people think that for some reason we're getting a free Sunday. I really have to wonder what they're on to think that. Cause there's no way that Star Rail would miss out on making more money from Sunday.
そんなに少しの時間すら待ってくれないの？
もちろんだ。少し特殊な仕事でね。アラスカの
My
ユー
guess
コン川に
is like
行
they're
ってほ
assuming
しい
this
んだ。
because of us getting the free doctor
せっかくだ
ratio,
から
but even then, that was only
類
for
似した存
winning
在の考察をしてくれないかと思ってね。
the award. Don't worry, we've been getting free character names since 1.5 from Ron May.
類似した存
But
在？
I still have to build my doctor
誰
ratio.
と？
I've had him for so long, but I've never actually used him. He's just been sitting around, collecting dust, if you will.
君とだ。君はずっとシ
I
ベ
mean,
リアで
obviously,
活
if we
動してい
did
て、
get a free Sunday, I
外の
wouldn't
崩壊
complain
はあまり
since
知らないかもしれ
that
な
would be
い
less
が、
pulls for me while trying to
異
eat to
常
him,
なほ
but
どに頑固な
I'm not
律者がいる
counting
ん
on it.
だ。そして、君とよく似
It's
た
just
特性
too
を持っ
much
ている。
copium, on everyone else's part.
興味がないわ。
最後まで聞いてから断っても遅く
I
は
would
ない
try
だ
to
ろう。
E6 him, but I don't have nearly enough savings for that. I only have like 145 pulls right now. True, I like Dr. Ratio, but hey, my Kafka needs 160 speed, so gotta keep farming those relics. Yup. I mean, I would rather prioritize like building or rebuilding the characters that I actually use. And once those are done, maybe I can focus on other characters like Jeopard and Dr. Ratio. Because funny thing is, Jeopard was the first 5-star that I ever got in Star Rail, but I kind of abandoned him extremely early on. So he is not built at all.
事実、彼の実績があったからこそ、我々は君の存在に気づいて、すぐに勧誘しようと
Although,
考
why
え
would
た
I
ん
need
だ。
Jeopard when I have other characters that do his job better? But I guess I'll build him someday, well, properly someday, for a secondary team, maybe.
彼も手当たり次第に人を殺し、憎まれてる怪物なの？
いや違う。むしろ逆だ。
True, even my wife took like 2 months to build because the luck
精
sucked.
神的な伝承となったんだ。
Relic farming is just so tedious. That's why, like I was saying, I just save it for the characters that I'm actually going to use. I mean, sometimes I will just like auto farm and watch like anime or whatever, while I have that running in the background. Just because I don't want to sit through the actual battles.
ほら言っただろ。
Especially if I'm gonna be there for like
最後
several
まで聞
hours
いてか
just
ら
from
断
auto
って
farming.
も遅くはないと。
Well, auto battling, I mean. Not really
なぜ
auto farming, but
と思ったかい？
even with that, my relic luck is so bad. I always get the stats that I'm not going for, which kind of
一体
sucks.
誰のことなの？
彼は君と同じように人類としての名前を持っている。しかし大多数の時、人々は彼をこう呼ぶ。
My best record was Robin took 10 minutes because I already have the relics. Nice. I'm going to pre-farm materials for Sunday as much as I can. That way I'm only gonna have to focus on the actual relics once his relic set is out. Took some minutes to get a good rope, yep.
ネゲントロピー名手。
I still need to rebuild my Robin, but for the time being, she's okay enough. But apparently in the beta testing for Sunday, Robin was like one of the most used characters in his team, so I can't wait to try that out. The past ended abruptly. Yet to the person watching all this, it was an unexpected halt. Looking around, this was still the place where she had unraveled her mind. But as someone long familiar with this part of history, she knew that there were still some codas and interludes before the true end of the story.
記憶空間が内部から壊された。
Ice element is missing, not gonna lie.
それって
It really is.
空の律書か？
It's just been abandoned at this
違う。
point. Like response to her words, the Hershey core, forcefully fused by the power of Project Sigma, flashed a ray of crimson light. Yet...
なるほど。すごく大胆な試みね。
What's going on? I was only half paying attention. Hair raised her head, and where her eyes stopped, the fraction of the imaginary space slowly extended. Why is she so quiet there? What the heck? The girl who had just surrendered finally returned to reality.
やはりコアは完全にあなたの、いえ、成婚計画のものになったんですね。それともあなたはブローニャと断りの律者との違いを強調してるんですか？
そうよ。この賞賛は断りの律者ではなく、あなた個人に捧げたもの。それに今のあなたはもうその肩書きを背負わなくてもいいでしょ。
I mean, she does still kind of need the identity.
それでもブローニャの目標は断りの律者の力を奪い返すことです。
Yeah, please give her powers back.
ただ今までのやり方であなたと戦ってもブローニャは勝利できません。
At least she's aware of the fact that she can't win. And she's not just being extremely confident in her abilities.
それをリバーシとして考えると最も理性的なやり方は空間自体を壊しバンをひっくり返すことです。それができなければ時間を無駄にしないためにすぐに負けを認めて別の戦場を探すべきです。だから爆撃によってブローニャは自分とコアのつながりを断ち一時的に断りの律者の力を放棄しました。だからこそ普通の人間としてその方向に特化した空間の束縛を振り切ることができました。
You know, seeing Bronya again after the memories that we just witnessed, it's crazy to think of how different she is from her mother. Like, I know that the environment growing up was completely different, but their personalities could not be more different.
でも今まであなたが抗い続けていたのは断りの律者の全てを私に奪われたくなかったからでしょ。
あなたが成婚計画の力で不正を行っているような状況で現実に戻るにはそれが唯一の方法でした。それに何かを失う状況を耐えることができなければその何かを有する器を持っていないことになります。
確かにそれは過去の私がおかしそうな間違いだわ。さて私がどういう存在かあなたはいくらか理解したはずよね。同類を作る、それが私が成婚計画を必要としている理由か。
Obviously, that was a lie. But the girl before her did not know of the relationship between her mother and Hare, and so she could not suspect that reason.
あなたたちを助けたいという気持ちも嘘じゃないけど、
ブローニャたちが問題の鍵に触れ成婚計画実行の妨げになった時あなたは譲歩しません。
ええ。
そうだとしてもどうして断りの律者にだけそれほど執着しているのかブローニャには理解できません。
もしそれが嫉妬だって言ったら、最初の断りの律者ベルト・ジョイス、彼は私と似ている存在なのに人々から慕われて精神的な伝承にもなった。かつての私と全然違うわ。私は自分の呪いが憎い。自分の同類がどうやって死以上の苦しみを乗り越え地獄の中で翼を癒し再び飛べるようになったのかを知りたかった。
今のあなたはそれを知ることができたんですか？
ええ、知ってるからこそ失望したの。少し気を悪くするかもしれないけど、これ断りの律者は大した存在じゃない。誤解しないで。彼の行為に対しては感服してるわ。
Oh, I missed some messages in chat. No, I just missed one message. Imagine the next planet we cross, the character's full of ice elements. I can take that. That'd be pretty nice. Especially because it's been a while since we've gotten ice characters.
この日こそ
I do wonder
天の
what
独
the
裁
next
を飲み
planet's
込ん
gonna
で
be
しまう
though.
日。彼は
I mean,
永
no
遠
matter
の名
what
に
it
ふ
ends
さ
up
わし
being,
い
I'm looking forward to it
素晴らしい
because
人間。
exploration. Well, no, we do kind of know, but at the same time we don't.
しかしだからこそ
Just that it has to do with the
私個
Garden
人
of
にとって
Recollection.
彼は大した存在じゃないの。彼はかつての私が感じた苦しみを乗り越えていなかった。彼と私にある唯一の違いは、彼が生まれた時に呪いではなく贈り物をもらったこと。
We know where next, but yeah, I don't know the character yet. Yep. Either way, I can't wait to explore the
彼
next
が選ん
planet.
だ選択肢です。彼がどんな姿でこの世に
And
生
to
ま
be
れたか
honest,
は
I
関係あ
forgot
りま
what the
せん。
next stop. Yeah, I only know like what it's like connected to. I forgot what it was actually called.
理屈はもちろん分かってる。
So I don't really know what to expect there, honestly.
私が求めてる答えじゃないわ。あなたから見て、かつての私が選んだ選択肢はどれほど間違ってるというの？そしてその結果はどういうものなの？うぬぼれかもしれないけど、今話したことを考えれば、あなたたちの知ってる終焉は私と同じ種類の存在よ。人類を抱擁したいだけなのに、世界にとって逆らえない終わりになった。あなたは私が引き起こした災害を見た。過去の私は人々から見ればとても罪深い。それなら私は終焉を阻止するため、成婚計画を唯一の正解にするわ。天命とネゲントロピーに持ちこたえるための計画がないわけじゃないって分かってる。でもそれは所詮崩壊との永遠に続く戦争を選ぶ岐路に過ぎない。
You know, since we were like talking about the planets, it got me thinking about something that I was talking about with the Yukino yesterday. The fact that literally every female character from Genzo, I don't know how to pronounce it, has like the same style of outfit pretty much. All of them just have like off-the-shoulder sleeves. And I even went through all of the characters that I had from there, and that was proven to be true. Because I remembered seeing it somewhere, but I had never like properly checked. So it was kind of funny. Because that's literally how it is. They just don't have enough variety, I guess.
そんなの過去の私と比べて何の違いがあるというの？
わかりました。
And the music suddenly changed.
成婚計画を変えたければ、ケビンの前にブローニャたちはまずあなたを超えなければなりません。
ゲームとして考えるなら難易度的には確かにそうなるわね。でも態度だけだったら孫子より弱いなんてことはないと思うわよ。
I just checked my screenshot on HSR file and found a black swan mentioned our next stop must be Eternal Land Amphorius. What are you expecting from the planet? Like, what do you think the environment's gonna be like?
それでこれからどうするつもり？現実に戻れたことは称賛するけど、それと同時にあ
So
な
the
たは
trainer didn't
唯
get
一
worried about
頼
if
れ
you
る
would go
力を
place
失
to
ったの
place.
よ。
Yep. A crafty glance suddenly flashed through the girl's eyes.
それを考える前に、
Well, I don't know, to be honest.
あなたはすでに律者の力を全て奪っています。
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to
残りの部
see.
分をブローニャに返してもらえ
Because
ませんか？
personally, I don't have any guesses, but it is like fun seeing other people guessing what's gonna happen or like what it's gonna be like. There's not much explaining about the place. Yep.
残りの部
I
分
mean, that's why people are guessing anyway. Specifically because we don't know anything about it. After some thought, she understood what she meant and looked towards the dim core floating between them.
はあ、この結晶のことかしら。別に構わないわ。 これは偉大な英雄が残したシャリだもの。確かにちゃんと保管するべきね。
Stepping forward, the girl took the momentous crystal back. Long ago, it had constantly imposed definitions on the girl, but today, it's but a lifeless object.
シャリという言葉のように、その
From
コア
the
に
name
は
itself, I don't know, maybe it's about
記念
time.
という価値しか残ってない。だから、
Yeah,
私が律者の力をあなた
I
に
mean,
返
thinking
そう
about
とし
time
て
would
も
make a lot of sense, but
無理でしょうね。
I wonder what the environment's gonna look like. Because, like I've said so many times, I love exploring the places. I just want to know if I'm gonna have a new favorite area.
ご覧の通り、断りの律者を構築してた30万もの思想は、すでに成婚計画と融合し、イデアの種になるしかない。再びそのコアに集うなんて不可能よ。
もちろん分かっています。でもそれは重要じゃありません。ブローニャに必要なのは一つの象徴だけです。
By the way, I just turned around to see if Riku is still watching me, and he is. This cat has a staring problem, but at least he looks very, very happy.
あら？
I'm still wondering why in the 2.0 trailer there's Himiko just staying in the middle of a room.
実はあなただけじゃあ
Yeah,
りません。
we definitely need more information about that.
断りの律者のあり
Even
方
though I
が
don't
気
think
に
we're
なって
getting
まし
any
た。
ever. Maybe she just likes standing in the middle of rooms. I don't know.
伝承を手にしたからといっても、その概念を本当に理解したことにはなりません。それにもっと重要なのはもし最初からコアが大事なものだって気づかれてたら、こんな風に簡単に取り戻すこともできないでしょう。
I mean, there's Giant March and there's no action if that happened, but now do I care about Himiko more?
大事？
Yeah, who
Anata.
cares about Giant March? Himiko is Himiko, and therefore gets all the attention. At this moment, she suddenly recalled something. Bronya chose a despairing method to escape those memories, and that was the truth. But in that case, when she returned to reality, where did that ray of light that instantly glowed from the shriveled core come from?
力という面で成婚計画は断りの律者より上だと認めます。ですが忘れないでください。ブローニャも30万分の1です。エデンの星。
Ikuzo! We got her power
素晴ら
back!
しいわ。
I'm hoping Fugui, I don't know how to pronounce her new name, slash Tingyan 2.0 is good with Himiko. I mean, if she is, then that'd be pretty cool. Either way, I am skipping her, because immediately after I get a Sunday, I have to start saving again. For another character who hasn't been officially announced, but might be inevitable, since they've been mentioned for a while, in the community.
疑似羽化。プロメテウス
Although
は
I'm
そう
not
言った
even
のよ
going to
ね。
hint at that character, just know that I would sacrifice my wallet for them.
とにかく彼らに認められた今のあなたは確かに
Oh,
あ
I
の意
guess
識
that
た
alone
ち
is
の
enough
一
of
部
a
になっ
hint,
たわ。
but you know. If you know, you know, then, and if you don't, then oh well.
コアを再び手に入れ、力は過去の30万分の1しかないけど、その性質から考えれば確かにあなたは本物の断りの律者。
If they somehow add another Himiko form, just like Xingyun, man. Honestly, another Himiko form or another Sealy form, I would be down for. If it was like more like the HI3 versions. Say goodbye to my 2 months of paychecks. That's crazy. Completely understandable though. But yeah, I feel like with 5 stars, getting new forms isn't very likely, since of course they are already 5 stars. Unless they add like a different path, like what they did with March and Trailblazer. Even if March is just a 4 star and Trailblazer is Trailblazer. But if they did something like that, then we could have the chance of them like switching paths. So keeping that in mind, I think it'd be really cool if they added Dark Sealy as a form. Maybe then I would actually use her, because I've had her for so long, and I've used her a little bit recently, but not nearly enough.
以前のベルトさんと同じことをしただけです。分散的なコアが体に残した機械の記憶を使えば、力の起点が弱くても思想によって再び武装できます。
そうだとしても、力という面では結
Would
局
be
何
nice for
も
Ice
成長
Himiko
してな
since in
いわ。
HI3 that's the most memorable unit for me beside the fire one. Ice Himiko would be so cool. Literally. Yep, Ice Himiko would be very, very cool.
確かに、あなたと戦うなら、それだけでは何の意味もないかもしれません。ですが、使い方という面で、あなたはまた間違った判断をしたみたいですね。あなたはブローニャによくしてくれました。だから、彼女たちのことも歓迎してください。
As she spoke, the imperceptible space fracture began to extend. As she thoroughly understood the threads, she could tear the net that trapped everyone in with her trivial yet familiar authority.
Thank you, Bronya.
And they're free.
戻ってきたわよ、ウサギ。
つまりこれまでのことはあなたの計算だったの？
I'm surprised you didn't realize sooner.
いいでしょう。また3対1になったわね。同じ手は通用しないでしょうし、この状況にうまく対応するのはとても難しいようね。
そこまで謙虚になる必要はないでしょう。成婚計画の性質を自分の手段にするなんて、あなたの小細工はそう簡単に対応できるものじゃなかった。ケビンが封印されてる今があなたを一気に倒せる唯一の機会。
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot that Kevin was still sealed. Even though he could break out at any point. He's just choosing not to be nice.
待ってください、メイ姉さん。
どうしたの？
疑似ブラックホールはすでに消えました。ケビンはもうこの遺跡から離れてると思います。
委員長
Oh, okay. So she's all the way over there.
委員長と指揮の律者はブラックホールに長い間とどまっていました。力は今でも戻っていないと思います。キアナ、メイ姉さん、委員長をお願いできますか？こちらの戦いはブローニャ一人で何とかできます。それにこれは大事な戦いです。
ブローニャちゃん、ケビンが来ないとしても今は意地を張ってる場合じゃないのよ。
安心してください。ブローニャは今必勝の作戦を思いつきました。その前提として逆にブローニャは一人で戦わなければいけません。
You know, I wonder this every time, but how heavy do you think those earrings are? In Sorrel too, like how heavy are those earrings? I can't help but wonder. Oh yes, I just said maybe you missed some on 2.6 stream. They're bringing back the old The old free 4-star events like Code on Heritage Simulated Universe shop. Nice. Yeah, I definitely missed that part. I'm sure some people are upset about it, because, you know, it's being brought back for other people that didn't experience it originally, but those people just wanted others to miss out completely. Because I feel like something like that was mentioned a while back, but like not clarified. And I know that people were getting upset back then, but I don't know if that's still the case, now that it's like official.
とにかく今の状況を考えればこれから起こることはブローニャと彼女内面と形が全然違う二人の断りの律者の間に収まってほしいんです。
It's only 3 like Silver Light Cone, Robin Events Light Cone, and Ho-Ho Events Light Cone?
私がただの略奪者だとしても？
ええ、あなたがただの略奪者だとしてもです。
それであなたは一人の力で30万人ましてや成婚計画の全てに抗うつもり？しかも必勝だと思ってるの？
Just let her have faith in herself.
はい。
She thinks that she's gonna win, so let's just see how far that can take her.
何しろ今までの試みからブローニャはようやくあることを理解できましたから。断りの律者にとって1と30万に違いはありません。今までベルトさんとブローニャがあの30万人の思想をうまく扱えなかったのは
The rest is normal, just new story, banner, and events. Nice. I did see the rhythm events, and I am excited for that.
結局のところ
It's going to be very,
ブロー
very
ニャたちが
fun.
最初から彼らに対して敬意の念を抱いていたからです。
There's new Similar Universe, yay. I can waste my time for hours now again. Yippee. I am definitely looking forward to new Simulated Universe stuff.
30万人の思想を敬うなと言
Cause
って
it's
い
just
るわ
like
けで
you,
はあ
I
りま
can
せん。
waste my time again.
むしろ逆です。彼らを敬ってるから断りの律者の歴史を敬ってるからこそ実際に行動している時は彼らを普通の力として征服できるものとして扱わなければなりません。ベルト・ジョイス、ヨアヒム・ヨウ、ブローニャ在地区それぞれが30万の1だけではありませんしまた一方では同じように30万人の全てです。断りの律者の名を今まで伝承することができたのはその力と意志がとっくに融合してたからです。
I already completed every single simulated universe, even the new PH Divergent universe, so yeah. Nice. Yeah, you definitely have more progress in that than me, but only because I only do that when I have the patience, but I am almost done as well.
ウサギ、あなたが奪ったのは見た目だけの形式に過ぎません。
Regular simulated universe I am actually done with and have been for a while, but Divergent universe I am still close to completing.
それって私の今までの布石は全部何の意味もなかったって言いたいのかしら。それは本当に面白い話ね。
本当かどうかは戦えばわかります。
いいでしょう。一応注意しておくわね。あなたが目にしたかつての私は仕方なく他人を傷つけた私よ。
Yeah, we saw her being forced into hurting others, but not her like willingly hurting others.
あの呪いはもう存在しなくなったけど、この新しい体はたやすく精魂と現実の力をつなげられる。律者と1対1で戦っても
Are you sure
劣
about
勢に
that?
なることはないわ。
どうやらあなたはまだ理解してないみたいですね。今 あなたに挑もうとしているのは断りブローニャ在地区です。
Yeah, I knew she was gonna say that.
なるほど。
She's challenging
わかったわ。
Miss Dawn as herself instead of as the harsher reason.
でもそうなるとこの戦いの布石はむしろ同行異曲と言えるわね。
Okay, what difficulty should I select? I'm not selecting hard by any means. I have too much of a skill issue for that. Do I go easy or do I go normal? What do you guys want me to do? Normal good enough? Alright, let's see.
あなたは信じてくれないでしょうけ
How
ど
well can I do?
力でも意志でも私にとって
What is going on with those sleeves? Oh my god. Those are a bit extra.
あなたがこれから向き合うのは個体としてのイデアではなく私が転写したある定義においての全てよ。ここで輝きなさい。さあ
God, those sleeves are so
英雄
extra.
の姿で
I
歴史
can't
の
take them
隅々まで
seriously.
行き渡った英雄たちよ。その女児誌をもう一度
Wow.
降臨させ
The
な
dude was
さい。
just hiding in there.
やっぱり前にも見た
Of
敵た
course
ち
you've
です。
seen them before. We fight them a lot.
それこそが作戦の中で最も重要な部分です。
成功に帰りなさい。
I'll do my best to defeat all of the enemies here. There we go. I mean, you're scaling it that bad? I mean, I think it's pretty bad compared to a lot of other people,
あなた
but
は
it could be
意
worse
識
at
た
the
ち
very
を
least.
コアのかけらに入れようとしてるの？かつてのジョイスのように必勝策。それがあなたがコアを取り戻した本当の目的なの？でも30万分の1の力でずっと同じことができるわけじゃないでしょ？自在自由定められない。ここで輝きなさい。世界に再臨せよ。ごめんなさい。あなたが背負うことにな
God,
る。
she takes so long to get rid of even one health bar for her.
成功に帰りなさい。人類の軍勢、ここで輝きなさい。
重装ウサギライドオンライドオン。
自在自由定めら
I
れ
mean, it doesn't help that I'm not totally used to
世界
playing
に
as
再
her.
臨せよ。
So I could definitely do better. I'm just not sure how as of right now. But at least she's down to 8 health bars. That's pretty good.
今
Kind of.
歴史に名を残した当事者たちを明確な概念へと整合しましょう。
Okay,
司
I
法
couldn't
を
attack
征
with
伐
this
す
then.
る強い意志を
I mean, I figured I'd try
ここで目覚め
anyway.
欲深い王権となれ。
It's kind of funny how they just emerged
次
like
の行
that.
動座標。
They were just waiting for their chance.
本物のイデアもその中にいるはずです。急いで見つけ出さないと。
Okay, so I need to attack this one. And I guess these guys are just gonna keep getting more and more annoying as time goes on. Like the next time we face them, they're probably gonna be even more annoying.
Bronya, 行動中。
There we go.
エデンの星、その実力の全てを発揮する時が来ました。
なるほど。断りのディチシャ、その名の通りね。でも成婚計画の前ではあっという間に消えてなくなる支配者のようなものよ。
I can't say I'm a fan of those bubbles, but whatever.
過ちを変える。誰もあなたの邪魔をしない。
これは
What the
前のも
heck?
のと同じ空間でしょうか。いえ、どこか違う気がします。この障壁は
Kind of tired right now, which is good, I guess. Insomnia not winning today. I gotta go. Have fun streaming, bro. Alright. Get some good sleep. What's different about it?
艦長、次の行動座標。
Oh, okay, that one's breaking.
悪くないわ
There
ね。
we go.
最も暗い場所を経験することでやっと生まれ変わる
Yeah, I
こと
guess
が
some
で
good
きる。
rest. Thank you for coming. I appreciated it.
ここで輝きなさい。
I did not mean to press that key, but you know what? We're gonna work with it.
意志よ、ここに現れなさい。ここまでよ。ここで輝きなさい。
You have so much health, ma'am.
私は
So much health.
過ちを変える。ごめんなさい。あなたが背負うことになる。
艦長、次の行動座標を送ってください。
成功に帰りなさい。
I'm actually surprised that my health isn't doing worse. Normally by now it'd be much lower.
時間を超えなさい。私は過ちを変える。
But also, why is she just like hanging out against the wall? Man, we're in the middle of battle. You can't be avoiding me like that.
英雄の
But
名の
also, when is the next zombie soldier thingy going to appear?
自
Because
在
clearly,
人
like, we already have all these other ones that are so closed. So there should be at least 3 more.
艦長、次の行動座標を送ってください。重装ウサギ、ライドオン。
時間を超えなさい。私は過ちを変える。ではそろそろ次のプレ
It's
ゼ
time
ント
for
を
the
登
next
場させま
gift.
しょう。
Okay. What is the next gift?
炎に入りなさい。 遺憾な
Step
き世
into
界
the
よ。
blaze. Okay. Hello, new guy.
でも申請者に対してはこうした方が公平でしょうね。
I still can't get over those slaves. Like, they look like they would be so uncomfortable just because they're so
おかしい
big.
今までのイデアと比べるとあまりにも普通です。
Why does it have so much
いい
health?
え、とにかく油断はできません。やっぱりブロー
I'm
ニ
also
ャの
not
行
doing
動を
any
予測で
damage.
きるんです
Oh,
ね。
okay.
どうやら
I had to wait for an
相手
opening.
がボロを出すのを待つ必要があるようです。艦長、次の行動座標を送ってください。
Okay, so when it has that symbol, I can attack it. You know, despite all health bars, it's a lot weaker than I thought. Like, it's so strong, but it's weaker than I thought it was gonna be. Right, and 3 health bars. So we're making some pretty good progress.
艦長、
Although, ma'am, I think it's kind of mean to be attacking me, but you have this guy attacking me as well. I keep having to split my attention between you guys. There we go.
今です。コアのかけらに入れましょう。
シットアップワン、ツー、スリー。
律者の力が完全に回復しました。
戦いに関しては確かにあなたはいい作詞だった。でも英雄、王者、数千万人の意志は長い歴史の川にとってはどれも小さいものよ。ここまでよ。これは成婚計画が保管した全ての人生。見届け
Oh,
なさい。
that's
無法の
giant.
万民を。
あの防御体制、ウサギは何かを準備しているはずです。
We have to break
邪魔して
through.
くるイ
Okay.
デアの種を早く突破しないと。彼女の力がまだ上昇し続けてます。
Oh my god, I
急ぎ
need
ま
to
しょう
act fast. I don't have the ability to.
優れた洞察力ね。でももう間に合わないわ。
Did we do it in time? That's so bright. Oh, I died. But you know what? I was doing really, really well. So, it's fine.
電線
We're gonna stick with normal. And I'm
そ
still
ろそろ
going to do my
次のプ
best.
レゼントを登場させましょう。炎に入りなさい。遺憾なき世界よ。
So it fully expected us to die here. And that's why it saved our progress.
でも申請者に対してはこうした方が公平でしょうね。
おかしい。今までのイデアと比べるとあまりにも普通です。いいえ、とにかく油断はできません。やっぱりブローニャの行動を予測できるんですね。どうやら相手がボロを出すのを待つ必要があるようです。
If I fail again, then I'll go with easy, but for now I'm gonna see what I can do.
Kancho. Yeah. Bronya, 行動中。班長。ダメ。
Okay, almost out of 5 health bars. Although my health's doing kind of worse this time. I'm still doing my best though. Even if it's not going well, I'm still doing my best.
Finish skill. 準備完了。やっ。ブローニャ。ダメ。
Actually, all things considered, my health is still doing pretty fine. It should be doing better, but it could be way worse.
今です。コアのかけらに入れましょう。
1、2、3。
律者の力が完全に回復しました。
Yeah, but now she's pulling tricks.
戦いに関
And
し
we're
て
about to
は
have a time limit.
確かにあなたはいい策士だった。でも英雄、王者、数千万人の意志は長い歴史の川にとってはどれも小さいものよ。ここで輝きなさい。これは成功計画が保管した全ての人生。見届けなさい、無法の万民を。
あの防御体制、ウサギは何かを準備しているはずです。邪魔してくるイデアの種を早く突破しないと。彼女の力がまだ上昇し続けてます。急ぎましょう。
優れた洞察力ね。でももう間に合わないわ。
Come on, I don't know how to fight as her. No, I don't have enough time. I'm gonna lose again. Oh, never mind. I made it. That's... Nope, I died again. I thought I got it, but I guess not. Easy mode time. It would have been extremely close though. Yeah, we're going easy. Since I've failed on that part twice. I'm not used to attacking in her ultimate form. Like staying on the bike like that.
そろそろ次のプ
If
レ
it
ゼ
was
ン
just
トを
like
登
her
場させま
flying
しょう。
around and attacking, it would have been much easier.
炎に入りなさい。
For me at least.
遺憾なき世界よ。
Since, as I've said before, I don't really have experience fighting as her.
でも
Like,
新生
I'm
者に
not
対
used
し
to
て
her
は
playstyle.
こ
So,
うした方が公
I'm
平
not
でし
doing
ょ
as
うね。
well as I could have, probably.
おかしい。今までのイデアと比べるとあまりにも普通です。いいえ、とにかく油断はできません。
Alright, come on. Give me a chance to attack you.
ダメ。ブローニャ。やっぱりブローニャの行動を予測できるんですね。どうやら相手がボロを出すのを待つ必要があるようです。ブローニャは来ました。
I was so close. So close. I have to wait for my chance again. There we go. Now I can attack him normally.
パンチ。
Alright, it's almost down to 6 health bars.
パンチョ。ダメ。
Down to 4. We're doing okay. I mean, it wasn't easy, but I'm doing my best, guys.
ダメ。
My best might not be much, but it's my best.
いや、フィニッシュ。
Nope, we can't use the ultimate yet. There we go. Now we get to use it.
今です。コアのかけらに入れましょう。
And now we have to stay on the bike for a long time. If I still fail here, then I just have a skill issue. Like a genuine
リス
skill
社
issue.
の力が完全に回復しました。
Oh my god, 1 second. Sorry, I would do this after battle, but I actually can't wait. So 1 moment. Let me get this dealt with. And we will continue immediately afterwards. God, the alarm jump scare every single time. Alright, there we go. Let me fix that, and we can continue.
戦いに関しては確かにあなたはいい作詞だった。でも英雄、王者、数千万人の意志は長い歴史の川にとってはどれも小さ
Okay, I
い
think
も
I
の
might be learning a tiny bit about her attacks.
Right, これは成婚計画が保管し
Right,
た
it's time to be
全て
blinded
の
yet
人
again.
生見届けなさい無法の万民を。
あの防御体制。ウサギは何かを準備しているはずです。
Just
邪魔してく
spinning
る
around
イデ
like
アの種を
that?
早
Probably
く
not
突破
right.
しないと。彼女の力がまだ上昇し続けてます。急ぎましょう。
優れた洞察力ね。でももう間に合わないわ。
いいえ、ここで終わりです。ヨルムンガンドの幹部。
転換じゃなくて正面突破するの？
やっぱりあなたは記録した人生を自分の力にできないようですね。あなたはただそれを保管して再現してるだけです。
If I can say one thing, this fight is a pain.
他ね
I mean, Miss Sona is a really, really cool character. It's just the fight is a pain. I almost prefer the fight against Otto. Oh, okay.
結局断りの実写コアの構造は分散的そうしたくはないけれど与えたものを取り戻すことは私たちにとってはな
I mean, oh, she got the shut up in time.
おかしい。今彼女は思想を奪ってなかったのに。
Maybe she couldn't take the thoughts this time?
つまり彼女は30万の偽物の思想でコアの上限を欺いたんですか。
そうね確かにこの戦いであなたは私の隙を見つけ出したでも簡単に挽回できるような隙なら反撃の鍵にしかならないわ結局この戦いの鍵はミステルとブローニャにあるの成婚計画の前では断りの律者の歴史と栄誉なんて話す価値もない
Okay, but Miss Dawn, do you really have a need for those
最高の
slaves?
証拠はあなた自身なんで
Sorry,
す。
guys. And in every boss fight, I will say
私
something
は
about
私自
the
身の
enemy's
限界
outfit.
を理解してる
And the only thing I can't get past in this one
今までの
is
断りの
that.
律者たちも
Why is it like
同
that?
じでしょどうやらその子にも限界が来たようねあなたが持つ他のものと同じように
重装詐欺。
その子のことは見逃しましょう私はあ
Honestly,
な
though,
た
I
の
do
過
like
去
the
を
rest of
知
the
っている
slave, just not the
そ
shoulder
の子
part.
の意味も分かってる
It
私が
is. It
求めて
seems
るの
so
は勝利だけ
inconvenient.
あなたを傷つけるつ
Literally,
も
the
りも
rest of the
ない
outfit is totally fine.
あなたも現実をよく見なさい
And the attack itself looks
これが
extremely cool.
そうですね。現実をよく見てください。ミステル。
Magical girl transformation. Nice. Oh my gosh, she's literally a magical girl.
あなたが向き合っているのは真理の名です。
The winner had been decided. An unorthodox armor was reflected in Hare's eyes, a type of power that belonged to the future. To understand and materialize, the Hersher of Reason used to utilize this authority frequently, but it could not achieve this complexity before her eyes. Just like the past Celine, this wasn't a power that could be fully understood by the user alone. But this time, the girl was not overwhelmed. She felt joy. What kind of power could rival all lives recorded in the land you had traveled? Metamorphosis. She knew the answer, but it was the first time she had witnessed it herself. She felt that her past regretful self had gotten the answer now. Not only can humans change Sigma, they can even change Hershers. And this brand new power naturally represented another thing. I will retain their past, even if it will cause them to lose their future. This was an answer that someone had given before. I want to give them a future, even if they will not have a past to remember. This was an answer that someone had given before. I want them to broaden their future, even if it means sacrificing my present. This was an answer that someone had given before. These answers that chose the lesser of two evils were not the ones that gave Bronya help just now. It came from a past that was interpreted after death, and cannot win against the present. If a person can't accept losing something, then he does not actually possess the ability to protect that something. This was something Bronya had once said. In that instant, she recalled Joyce's final goal, and also Joachim's starting point. This finally made her realize that legacy was something that validated existence through disappearance. The past is but a storage in the end, a mirror. Only the future can win against the present. The 300,000 thoughts that belonged to the Herrscher of Reason were only remnants of history. They could not resolve all unknown problems. When we expand time and space, this logic was incredibly obvious. Willing isolationists could not understand the challenges of the Industrial Revolution. Brave Zulu warriors could not win against the merciless fire of machine guns. When civilization stalls at a certain point in time, it will lose its ability to win against the future. Into the Herrscher of Reason, if those 300,000 thoughts were not consumed, if the metamorphosis was not complete, this authority would not be a power that can fight against Prognostigma and God's Atom. In the swaying grass, a senior she greatly admired, the beginning of this legacy appeared before the girl's eyes. In the past, that was an existence that she and Joachim knew they could not catch up to, but still insisted on getting close to. Now, they finally fought side by side. But as those 300,000 thoughts were consumed by the metamorphosized core, this was also the last image that the other had left in the world.
すみません。明日へと向かうために、ブローニャはあなたが残した過去を覆しました。ですが、断りの律者として、ブローニャは後悔していません。結局、人類の真理は必ず変わる。これこそが人類の唯一不変の真理ですから。
As usual, the other party remained silent. But this time, he smiled far more than he did in the past.
さようなら。ウェルト・ジョイスさん、あなたの伝承を背負うことができて、ブローニャはとても光栄です。
The Herrscher of Reason has never been a simple part of history. Starting as one of the 300,000, everything about it is reborn in the present. Victorious over all the past. I forgot they were there.
心配しないでください。
I'm not gonna lie, I totally forgot that they were there. Having responded to her comrade's concerns, Bronya looked towards her again. The defeated was exhausted, but not discouraged.
あなたは、まさか、わざとそうしたんですか？
Man, what is with these villains losing on purpose?
あら、何のことかしら？
Bronya did not answer her immediately, but felt her own Herrscher core. Compared to her companions, this metamorphosis of hers was so successful that it seemed miraculous.
最も暗い場所を経験することでやっと生まれ変われる。ブローニャが必勝策を思いついたように、あなたも自分の布石を完成させたということですか？
私が適当に口にした言葉を覚えてくれてたのね。結構いい言葉よね。そう思わない？
例を挙げて、そして
Whoops.
今という状
Sorry, let me
況
read
を作
that.
りました。
Since I accidentally clicked past it, Bronya was simply given an example, like the meaning behind this phrase. Even though you're an enemy, you've also been giving Bronya the right guidance, deliberate or not.
考えすぎよ。自分がボコボコにされるような状況を作ったって言いたいの？私は十数年前の私じゃないのよ。そんな変わった趣味はないわ。あ、そうだ。まだ知らないのよね。私は成婚計画が作った2代目のウサギよ。厳密に言うと、 あなたが記憶の中で見たかわいそうで憎たらしい存在じゃない。ちなみにちょっと気になることがあるんだけど、人類は一体どうやってそんなことを成し遂げたの？
それって断りの律者のコアを再び一つにしたことを言ってるんですか？
あなたはとっくに30万人の思想に認められてるもの。そんなの別におかしくないわ。私が本当に気になってるのは、コアにあった意識の残片を消す能力なんてあなたにはないでしょ？それは断りの律者の力じゃないし、あなたもそんなことをしていない。あなたまさかコアではなく、完全に自分の意志であの30万もの思想を心に刻んだの？
I would not be able to remember all 300,000 thoughts.
それとも
So Bronya
断
is
り
just
の
built
律者の
different.
コアがあなたの意志に応えて自らあなたに協力したの？
ブローニャ個人の感覚から言うと、おそらく後者の方が真相に近いと思います。
Okay, so she does have some help in remembering all of them.
本音を言うと、ブローニャはそこまで考えていませんでした。律者コアに決まった容量があるとしたら、どんどん増える過去を持ちながらも未来に向かうには、自分がもう一つのコアになるしかありません。その後は律者として流れに身を任せる感じでした。彼らは別の形としてブローニャの一部になり、そしてこれからのブローニャの変化とともに未来に適応していく気がします。
それが事後の観点というやつかしら？謙虚になる必要はないわ。私の知ってる限り、あなたの羽化は他の律者たちよりもずっとスムーズだった。30万人の思想、活動してる意志じゃなくても、その量は人類の脳を簡単に潰せるほどのものだし、そのあり方を変えるなんてもってのほかよ。でもそれがあなたなのね、ブローニャ。断りの律者とは何かを私に教えてくれてありがとう。その勝利は偶然に見えるけど、それを成し遂げる鍵としてあなたがそうなったのも必然だったのよね。いいでしょう。私が話したように、これをゲームとして考えるなら、あなたたちはクリアしたわ。先に言っておくけど、私には成婚計画を逆転させるような力はない。そして孫子にもないわ。でも
You're too ashamed to
あ
stop
なたたちを
us?
止める
That's
筋合いなんてない
crazy.
わね。後のことはあなたたちの委員長に聞いてみるとい
Do
い
I
わ。
have
ブ
to?
ローニャ在地区、あなたの成長
Do
は
I have to ask for
みんなの期待を超えている。
Can't I just like come to
彼女の期
conclusions
待
by
もね。
myself? I can't speak. But can't I just figure everything out myself? Do I have to ask her specifically?
ブローニャ、今のは一体。
何かおかしなところでもありましたか？
ありすぎるわよ。
そうだよ。ブローニャと彼女の間に何
It's
があ
okay.
っ
I
た
don't
か
understand it either.
全然理解できない
I
の。
mean, I do, but I don't.
でも今のブローニャは完全な断りの律者なんだよね。
The girl took a quick look at herself, but didn't see anything special.
はい。
Thinking back to the previous time a similar situation occurred, she subconsciously looked to her side. After recondensing the Hershey core, she created a new mechanical body for her comrade. Project Bunny floated silently. It was incredibly different from the past, yet it also seemed like nothing changed. Change is the only constant. That was also the key to her victory just now.
さて、まずは
Silly!
ゼーレ。
よかった。ブロニャお姉ちゃん、無事だったんだね。
Where did she come from though?
はい。
Like, I'm glad that she's here
ゼーレはどうして
and Bronya is too, but where did you come from?
もちろん私が呼
Oh,
び
of
寄せたに
course,
決まってる
since
で
you
しょ。
did it.
あんなに騒がしくしてたくせに私を仲間外れにするなんて少し配慮が欠けてるんじゃないの？
しきちゃん、今は冗談を言っている場合ではありません。これからやらなければいけないことがまだまだたくさんありますから。
委員長、よかった。やっと目覚めたんだね。
Wasn't she already awake though? Like, hadn't she already woken back up?
ええ、久しぶりキアナ。そしてメイさん、ブローニャさん、そしてゼーレさん。
お久しぶりです、委員長。
待って、私は？
Sensei, we only saw you a little while ago, so we don't miss you that much.
あなたのおかげで助かりました。
I'll thank you
一段
probably
落したら
later. Oh my god.
また個別に感謝を伝えなければなりませんね。
Just brushing her off for now. You can say thank you to her right now.
僕ね、あなたね。
She almost called her old timer again. Regardless, everyone who reunited recomposed themselves and exchanged about their individual circumstances.
なるほど。それでは今度は私が報告する番ですね。まず見ての通り、ケビンは月を離れました。本当の意味で挑んでくる相手に遭遇しなかった彼は、計画の次の段階のために出発しました。
I mean,
もちろん、
obviously we're gonna become his
彼が
enemies.
私たちを敵
Because
と
we're
認
trying to
識する
stop
か
the
どうか
product, not
は
let it continue.
私たち次第です。
計画の次の段階ですか？
わかるでしょ？ケビンは最初からここのことなんか気にしていなかった。彼がここに留まったのは私たちに自分の実力を見せたかっただけ。
彼はそんなことをするような人じゃないわ。
私よりケビンのことを知ってるって言いたいの？
He didn't want to bother with a fruitless argument, and so she turned to Fuhua. In that short moment of eye contact, they ascertained something that was read between the lines.
おそらくケビンは皆さんから何かを見つけたかったんだと思います。そのために彼は障害を作り、自ら皆さんの戦う意志と能力を確認したのでしょう。彼は全力で戦いながらも多めに見てくれました。自らここから地球に戻る方法を式の律者に教えたくらいですから。
どういうことですか？
つまり私たちを舐めてるってわけ。私は別にあなたたちの仲間じゃないけど、彼に勝てないと思って投降するふりをしたら、あいつ自分の器の大きさをアピールしたかったからか、月に関することをいくつも教えてきたの。精魂覚醒者が空間に与える影響とか、律者を閉じ込める世界の泡とか、あと誰もが使えるワームなんちゃらとか。
それってワームホールのことですか？
そうそう、あなたたちがさっき戦った場所だよ。地球と月を行き来するための火を追うがの正門だったんだけど、終焉が降臨する前に壊れたんだ。でもあの氷男はこうも言ってた気がする。確か断りの律者の力を極限まで上げられたら、月は律者を閉じ込める檻にはならない。
A mere moon cannot imprison Hershers. That's like saying the moon is nothing special.
何？そんな風に身構
And we're
え
gonna
て
completely ignore
言われた
the
通りに試すつもりな
popsicle
の？
comments.
試すことすら躊躇してしまったら、ブローニャたちは本当にヨルムンガンドに舐められますから。
ブロニャお姉ちゃん、無理してないよね。
Hearing about a task to open a path again after Colossine instinctively struck fear in Seely's heart.
安心してください、ゼーレ。今のブローニャは、今までの断りの律者たちよりもずっと強いですから。
Yep, so there's no reason for you to be worrying about anything, Seely. She's more than strong enough to take care of herself now.
アインシュタインローゼンの端を検知しました。重力異常を検出。ストレンジ物質の注入を開始します。3、2、1。正門革新装置修復完了。起動準備に入ります。
Yippee!
さすがだよ、ブロニャ。
信じられない。手品みたいだね。
ブロニャお姉ちゃん、本当に無理してないんだよね。
ええ、ブローニャは嘘をつきません。
少し感慨深いですね。正常に稼働している姿なんて初めて見ましたから。
つまりこれがメビウスとコーンが中心になって建設した。
It took me a moment to remember who Otto was. When I say it, it just sounds like I'm saying Otto.
そうです
But,
ね。
oh well.
でも、そうするとニューアトラの人たちはどうするの？終焉の残骸が蘇るようなことはないだろうけど。
The girl hesitated. She was worried about Sora and Lyle, but
こんな時はクラインを信じよう。それに今の地球の状況を考えるとクーちゃんたちは月に残ってた方が安全だと思う。
yeah, leave Sora and the others to Mr. Robot, the slacking Grey Serpents, and Mobius. You guys wouldn't know them because I did all the stuff for them off stream, while doing like the daily quests and stuff like that, but they're in good hands. I mean, obviously everyone knows
クラインってヨル
Klein,
ムンガ
but
ンドが作ったロボットみたいなんだけど、何でもできてすごいんだよ。
なるほど、そういうことなの。その通りよ。ヨルムンガンドでよく話していたから、クラインのことはよく知ってるわ。彼女のことは信じて大丈夫よ。
では、これからブローニャたちは地球に戻って戦うことになります。皆さん、ケビン、そして終焉から自分自身の未来を奪い返す準備はできていますか？
Ikuzo!
もちろん。
Alright, time to go back to Earth.
なるほど。負荷。それがあなたの目的ですか？
あなたは私のことを理解し始めてる。そうよね。
あなたは最後の記憶をブローニャに無理やり見せたりしませんでした。祭位をまとっていたあの結晶と同じ存在ではない証です。かつての彼女の経験も苦しみも嫉妬も、あなたにとっては別の人の感情で完全に自分のものにすることはできません。ましてや 断りの律者に対する失望もただの演技でした。そういう動機が不十分な状況なのに、それでもあなたは全力で戦いました。
そう言わないで。変わったやつだと思われるじゃない。
I mean, you already are a weirdo, but okay. I guess she just doesn't want to accept it.
彼女に教えないんですか？何があったとしても、彼女は当事者です。
すべてが歴史になって、あらゆる紛争が終わりを告げたとき、そんな機会があったらそうするわ。でも、何があっても、彼女が挑戦し始める前に、そうすることはできなかった。あなたのメイ博士はいいことを言ってくれたわ。人類の本質は、自分ではない何かのために命を捧げること。もし、彼女が私に挑むきっかけが、何の関係もない律者の力から深入りする理由のある市場へと変わってしまったら、むしろ彼女は必勝策を思いつかなかったはず。仲間の力を借りて私を倒すことになっていたでしょうね。
結局、あなたは相変わらず傲慢なんですね。
I mean, for the most part, I don't think there's anything wrong with being prideful, as long as, you don't take it too far.
あら、それは人類だけが思う感情よね。あなたを構築するプログラムもどんどん進化してるみたい。
For some reason, her tone was cheerful yet concerned. Because of that, Prometheus held herself back.
話を戻しますが、あなたは最初から最後に彼女が勝利するように仕向けたんですね。
何？そんなに変わってる？私はかつての自分の未練を断ち切りたかっただけよ。彼女が残した呪いは今、一つの贈り物となった。素敵でしょ？
I mean, I guess so? I don't know. Is it a great thing?
かつての
It's kind
あ
of
な
hard
た
to
が
say
な
for
ぜ
sure.
ケビンとうまくやれていたのか、今ならわかる気がします。
ベネツィアはもう昔とは違う。
I
美
guess
し
we
い
have
ギ
this
リシャ
quote
の
again.
島々も沈没していく。保存ではなく有したからこそ愛する価値がある。
所有と保存の違いですか？待ってください。あなたは。
Then she suddenly realized that Hare's blatant interest in hatching seemed to refer to something else.
ええ、何があっても成婚計画はもう私と関係ないわ。人類のために戦う律者にとっても、ケビン自身にとっても、とあるハイヘビにとっても、私たちは純粋な傍観者であるべき。そうでしょ？
At the same time, under the same night sky, that lone and dim blue light was calling out to another person on his way back. Now, as Project Sigma advanced, the Earth had not only evolved into an unrecognizable form, but also been continuously fusing itself with fiction. And that home that once belonged to humans, the disciples of the serpents are relentlessly taking all nutrients in sight and infusing them into this foreign star. All things restored into unity. This is the definition of embrace. But among these disciples, some who had once announced the imminent appearance of spiritual Adam were missing. And the one with the serial number 1904 had just received a small favor. Satisfied, he gazed at his hometown from the moon.
子供たちの世話はやはり殴り合いよりずっと面白い。
He had said something similar before, but spoken again now, it had a different meaning. Or rather, a new revelation.
成婚計画。人の手を借りることはもちろんできるが、火種が星に明かりをつけられるようにするのはかなり手がかかるよ。孫子。
It gave us a perfect stopping point. Wow, I was gonna stop there anyway because we're at 3 hours, but that was perfect. So yeah, to anyone who's still here, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I will see you tomorrow for either Minecraft or World Zero, because that is having an update for Halloween releasing in, I think, 2 hours. And Zero seems to be looking forward to it a lot, so we might change tomorrow's game to that. I don't know just yet. I will keep you guys posted. But yes, again, to anyone who's still here, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I will see you next time. Otsu! Bye-bye!